Today I'm going to be making a vegan chocolate mousse. It's really magical because I'm going to be using chickpea water, so literally the water that comes out of the tin when you drain the chickpeas, which will act as our egg white to combine the mousse. So we're going to be using the chickpea water, some melted chocolate, I'm using a 70% one here, and then lemon juice, and we're just going to finish it with pistachios and raspberries. So we're just going to start by adding a little bit of lemon juice, which just helps this process to thicken up. So we're going to whisk the chickpea water. It is very similar to egg white, so you could make a pavlova out of this as well. So you'd whisk it and you'd add your sugar then. But it takes about 5 minutes, so you've got to have some patience. If you've got a machine that you can leave it, then you could kind of pop it in there, but I'm just going to use a hand whisk today. It's a bit loud. So you might want to do this on a wooden board because it was quite noisy, but we'll have another go. So it's quite a messy pudding. I think I've decorated the kitchen with chickpea water. Quite sticky. But it's that stickiness that's the starch in the chickpea water that basically makes the foam, and the foam traps the air, and then you end up with something that looks literally like egg white, and it works exactly the same way. So I've melted the chocolate. I'm using a 70% dark chocolate. You want to make sure that the chocolate is room temperature before you put it into this mixture, because otherwise it's going to sort of flatten it right out. So just going to stir it in. That's a lovely dark chocolate. I'm just going to fold it together. These silicone spatulas are great because you're able to sort of grab hold of everything in the bowl. So gently folding it in. You have every urge here now to stir this, but if you stir it, you're going to lose air, and that means you're going to have not a very sort of fluffy mousse then, and that's what we're going for. So you can see that I'm bringing it all together. Make sure you've got no streaks. So this is great, obviously it's vegan, but if you have a dairy allergy or intolerance, then this makes a great alternative. It's really light. And it's rich. You could flavour this mousse as well, so you could add some vanilla essence in here, you could put some mint or a bit of brandy, but we're just doing a plain one today. So the mousse is done. All you need to do is put these into glasses or ramekins and then finish them. So these ones have been setting in the fridge for about half an hour. You could leave it longer, but it doesn't need too long. I'm just going to top them with some fresh raspberries and some pistachios that I'm going to bash up in my pestle and mortar. So just a couple of these going in. Give them a bash, and it just helps the green colour come out. It looks really pretty against the raspberries. So I'm just going to pop them on. So here we have my vegan chocolate mousse finished with pistachio and raspberry. If you like this recipe and you want to find more, then check out my book, The Real Food Cookbook, at healthaspire.co.uk. Have a delicious day. Pick up the job. It's good.